Hey guys, welcome back to CKC Garage. And I did it again. I keep saying I don't need to pick up more, but I couldn't resist this little gem. That's right, you guys are looking at a John Deere Gator, but it's a little bit different color. No, it isn't sick. It is actually the Worksite Gator. So this little gem popped up on Facebook Marketplace, 60 bucks, said 2 batteries, doesn't work in reverse. Boom, instantly I figured it was a shifter switch or a bad motor. Went and picked it up. He put in his good motor and nothing in any gear. So I said, would you take 40 bucks? Bam, wanted it out of there. So let's go over this little beast. So they lived on a big circle drive and they drove it on concrete. So what they've done is pretty creative. They've taken drainage, flexible drainage tubing, I call it corrugated tubing, and they put that on the front tires because when I pulled off their covering, they were basically, where's it at? Right there. Bam! They filled it with foam because it was wore down to paper thin and some places had holes. Hey, they got some life out of it. The kids got to use it. Well, we're gonna rip them off and throw on some used HPX tires for the front. On the back, they got creative again and they put road bike tires. They cut off the bead and they screwed road bike tire on here. Great, it makes it quiet, gives it grip. The only problem with this, these things are plastic gears, plastic gearboxes, and they need to slip. And manufacturers love it because you get to buy $50 tires. That's where they make the money, guys. So getting back to getting this running and what makes this unique. So Peg Perego John Deere Worksite Gator. Well, why is it yellow? I'll show you. This is what makes it unique. Come over to this side. It's got an up and a down. Well, what does that do? Little actuator in there, huh? So if you guys have a regular Gator and you've ever worked on it and you've wondered, well, what does this little plug do? It's just kind of sitting in there in the tub. Well, it's a universal wiring harness and you can use it to power up the 12-volt motor. That, my friends, is the Worksite Gator. So if you guys find one of these little gems, pick it up, but make sure that the actuator still works. Otherwise, I've actually never torn one apart. I'll show you what they look like. So this is the actuator itself right here. Just got a little 12-volt motor in there. And this will hook up to any Gator. So if you find one of these and this works, but the Gator's trashed, you can actually put this in your Gator. It just goes behind and it pinches in between the seat and the armrest and one screw through. Bam! So other than that, this is exactly the same as a Gator. They just put different colored beads into the mold to melt. So that's basically it. And I'm glad I got this in so I could show what a John Deere Worksite Gator looks like. Now, because I was going off on this rear, so this gives it instant traction, right? So when you go, it's jerking. Well, what has happened, and I'll have to take this apart, and I'm gonna actually, this is motivation to do a gearbox swap on a John Deere Gator. But basically, I'll put the picture right here. What happened is because it's constantly slamming back and forth, it cut right into the gearbox, you know, just wear. So we're gonna swap these out because with this purchase for $40, I got 2 spare gearboxes, spare wiring harness, which I've already cut apart and used it on a gaucho, and a spare shifter. So that is pretty much it, guys. John Deere Gator Worksite. Put those kids to work. Thanks for watching.